Ahoy mateys, and welcome back to Skies of Arcadia. We've successfully returned from Mount Kazai with the Blue Moon Crystal, so we're going to go give it to Lord Mikado and ask if we can keep it safe from Valuan for him. You have done exceptionally well. No one in Yafutoma has seen the Magosphere since the days of the Old World. You were the first to make it back alive in the depths of Mount Kazai. How can I repay you for risking your lives to recover it? Well, as we mentioned earlier, we were wondering if it would be alright if we borrowed it. But it is the symbol of a royal succession. I would like to keep it in my possession, at least while you remain within Yafutoma. Sure. Symbol of royal succession, huh? That makes sense why I'd want to keep it. Moge, you're Lord Mikado's daughter, right? Does that make you the successor to the throne? Well, it's either her or this Prince Dago we've heard about. But no one seems to be talking about him. Well, thanks for retrieving the Magosphere. Let us begin the preparations for the feast. Make yourselves at home and enjoy the festivities. Alright, that's more like it. I can't wait to taste the gourmet cooking of Yafutoma. We would be honoured to join you, especially Aika. Aika does love her food. Princess. You handed the Blue Moon Crystal over to Lord Mikado. Yeah, we can trust this guy, he seems trustworthy enough. It makes sense he'd want to keep it, it is kind of like a family heirloom. You must be very tired, you're welcome to stay in the royal guest house tonight. Thank you for escorting us. That was some of the best food I've ever had. Yeah, we definitely made a good decision by taking Urala to be our cook. And for some reason I pictured those eating sticks to be much bigger. It took me a while to get used to them though. I'm very happy that you enjoyed yourselves. So, the Westerners do have a sense of taste after all. I came here to personally thank you for retrieving my Magosphere. Hey, no problem, mate. I'll be sure to take care of it when it's passed to me as soon as Moge and I are married. I will never marry you. Well, you heard the lady. And so long as Dago is alive, you'll never be king. Have you forgotten that Prince Dago has been exiled for treason? I find it very unlikely that a traitor would ever become king. Moge? Alright, that's it. Huh? Enrique? I don't know your motives, but this is not how a nobleman treats a lady. If you insist on insulting her, then you'll have to deal with me. You think you can push me around just because you got the Magosphere back? I'm gonna tell my father on you. You're not even gonna fight your own battles. Well, we've definitely found out you do not mess with Enrique. He's usually a well-reserved, polite man. But if you get on his bad side, he's just going to draw his blade on you. Prince Enrique, I'm terribly sorry. I'm sorry you felt that you had to defend me like that. I didn't mean to put you in that position. No, that's quite alright. Where I come from, we have codes of honour for how a lady such as yourself should be treated. Well, honestly, not that many people follow that code anymore. Prince Enrique. But Muraji spoke of an exiled prince. Do you know what he was talking about? It is nothing. If you will excuse me, I'll be returning to my quarters. Pleasant dreams. Right, so there's definitely something going on with this prince. We've heard the citizens of Yafutoma speaking about him. Oh, what a Aika. Enrique does seem to be quite charmed with Moge. Well, I guess he is a prince and she's a princess, so that's to be expected. Those Westerners, they'll pay for speaking to me like that. Well, what do we have here? Who are you? Beleza, how did you get here? I heard everything. My name is Beleza, and it appears we have a common enemy. Wait, did you get through the Dark Rift as well? How did you manage to get through there? I thought only our ship could manage it. Well, if the Valuans are here, then we're going to have trouble. We have to keep this moon crystal safe. Good morning, Vise. Did you rest well? Yes, I slept like a rock. That was my first time sleeping on a floor mattress thing. I see. I'm glad you were comfortable. Lord Mikado, it's an emergency. Black ships have surrounded the city, and what appears to be their flagship is attempting to dock in our harbour. What? Black ships? Oh no. It must be the Armada. Vise, let's hurry back to the port. Wait, their whole fleet managed to get here? Father. Yes, I know. It seems like the advisors are maybe working against us. Well, we don't have time to think about that. We have to get down to the Delphinus. We've already taken on a whole fleet of the Armada before with the Delphinus outside Esperanza. So as long as if we can reach our ship, we can do that again. And we can take down the Armada. So we just have to get down to the dock as quickly as possible. Kind of cute, kind of cute. Sorry, I had to do that. So, if it was just Beleza that got here, she might have been able to get through the Dark Rift if the engine was strong enough. But the entire Armada seems suspect, so I wonder how they got here. Oh, this isn't good. They've surrounded the Delphinus. No. Beleza and Vigaro? Well, hello there, handsome. Haven't seen you in a while.
Wow!
Hey, Red. It looks like fate's brought us together again. Oh no, what's he doing here? It's so cute how she pretends like she doesn't want me. Come aboard my ship. Maybe the two of us could rock the boat. Even Beleza's had enough of Vigaro. Vigaro, please, we're in the presence of Prince Enrique. Prince Enrique, I trust you are in good health? If you are wondering how we got here, we blasted a hole in the stone reef near Ixataka and travelled west. Well, that's actually a very smart idea. We should have done that instead of going through the Dark Rift. Our goal is the same, my prince. We also seek the blue crystal. What? Beleza, do you plan to burn down Yafutoma as well? Beleza's having a hard time keeping control of this situation. Relax, handsome. As I told you before, I'm against unnecessary destruction. We have no intention of fighting with you. We were merely planning to dock and speak with the king of these lands. You're wasting your time. King Mikado is an honourable man. There's no way he would strike a deal with the Valuan Armada. We'll see about that. Everyone has their limits, their codes, their morals, but everyone also has a weakness. If you find that weakness and exploit it, those limits, codes and morals seem to fade away. I'd love to chat longer, but I have an appointment with the king. Stay out of our way.
See you around, handsome.
Vi, shouldn't we stop them? We really can't, to be honest. We could easily take them on, but they're here as a diplomatic meeting. If we try and stop them by force, then we'll just get attacked ourselves. We have to wait and see what happens. Sorry, but there's nothing we can do right now. There's no way we can take on all of these soldiers. We can't even get to the Delphinus right now. Beleza and Vigaro are here as Imperial representatives. Attacking them during a diplomatic meeting would make us criminals. We're already air pirates, Enrique, but I get the point. Let's return to our quarters. There we will await until they've concluded their talks. Yeah, we know that they're here, only to try and trick them, but we can't really do anything about it until the diplomacy is over. No, I would never let the Yafutomans occupy Yafutoma. Sorry, the Valuans occupy Yafutoma. But King Mikado, you do realise that your country's pitiful army wouldn't last a day against the Armada. To prevent unnecessary bloodshed, I recommend that you surrender. We will never surrender. We will never hand Yafutoma over to a band of bloodthirsty warlords like yourselves. We are protected by the Blue Moon. In the past, whenever our country was threatened, the Blue Winds came to our aid and saved our lands. If you attack us, the winds will blow you into the Dark Rift. Vayu will never occupy Yafutoma. Do you hear me? Never. Well, he's definitely a man of his morals, isn't he? I'm sorry you didn't see things our way. It appears that this meeting is at an end. Then I will gain possession of Yafutoma by my own means. What sort of treachery is this? If you do not keep quiet, you'll be a head shorter. Muraji, you traitor! Beleza, in accordance with our meeting last night, this country will fall under the rule of the Valuan Empire. Kangan, what are you saying? King Mikado, as Lady Beleza stated, we have no hope of winning a war against Valua. To save our people, we shall usurp your power and assume our roles as leaders of Yafutoma. Well, Beleza, I'm glad we're on the same side. Don't relax yet, big guy. Not while that kid is still around. Take King Mikado prisoner and find those air pirates. Right, well, we knew that was going to end badly, but didn't expect them to actually go and raid the diplomatic meeting. The Valuans truly have no low that they won't sink to. It seems like they've been talking forever. Well, you know how formal these diplomatic talks are. It takes forever for them just to decide who gets to sit down first. Everyone, quickly! We must get out of here! Princess Mogi, what happened? Kangan and Muraji have betrayed us. My father's been taken prisoner. It was Beleza's doing. What? Beleza, it figures. She probably met with those two before the meeting and had the whole thing planned out. Vise, what should we do? We really can't just charge him right now. We could cause too many casualties. We have to go and hide for now. Try and get the Delphinus back. I'm sorry, but we have to run for now. Beleza's probably already convinced the Yafutoman guards that we're the criminals. I agree. We should run for now and figure out what to do next. Very well then. Quickly, follow me. We can escape from the palace this way. Hurry! Right, it's a good emergency exit you've got. So before we leave, let's go and get an extra treasure. Some Sacrum Crystals. And now let's get out of here. Oh, come on, camera, behave yourself. There we go. I'd like to be able to see where I'm running to. Right, we've got an escape vehicle here. Let's take it. So we need to get back to the Delphinus. If we can do that, we can take the Armada down. The only problem is getting there.
Wow.
Incredible! I can't believe how high we are. Yeah, the powers of a blue moon are amazing. I really wish we had an engine like this on the Delphinus. We will be safe here. It's great that we escaped from the guards, but now what do we do? There's an ancient temple on a small island to the north. My brother, Dago, should be there. What? You have a brother?
Yes?
He is the true heir to the throne. I think that might be the loudest voice line in the whole game. There are a couple of others that are actually loud, but most of them are quiet. A long time ago, my brother directly disobeyed my father's orders. He was exiled from Yafutoma and sentenced to live on the island. Marooning him on an island was kind of harsh, don't you think? My brother had a tendency to go on sailing on his own and disregarded his duties as a prince. Well, he sounds like an air pirate. But I don't think that my father should have disowned him. I think that Muraji and Kangan convinced my father to exile him. With my brother out of the way, they had a chance of taking over Yafutoma. That makes sense. Vise, it looks like we have no other choice. It looks like we're going to have to rely on Dago. Yeah. Princess Moge, do not worry. We will save the people of Yafutoma and your father. Prince Enrique, thank you. You can reach my brother's island by heading north from here. So sadly we don't get to actually pilot this escape vehicle. So it just brings us straight to the island. Otherwise we'll be able to explore the upper sky, which we haven't been able to go to yet. We can see that we're even above the dark rift right now. We really are high in the sky. Right, well before we do anything, let's just save the game. So sadly Prince Dago is going to be in that temple on the far cliff. So it is going to take us a while to get there since we parked all the way down at the bottom of the dock. So we do know that Prince Dago is apparently loved by the people of Yafutoma. We met those two girls earlier that were talking about trying to save him if they could. So him being exiled here must have been purely due to the influence of those evil advisors. So let's go and save the guy. Who are you guys and what are you doing on this island? You're the Tenkou. Right, this must be their headquarters. Well, that's good for us. Let's each pick a target, and Fina, you use Noxus. Damages and poisons all enemies, best if used at the beginning of long battles. Well, this won't be a long battle, it'll probably only be 1 or 2 turns. So with an attack from everyone and Noxus, we should be able to one-shot all of these guys. So it's actually a good thing that the Tenkou are here, because that means we can try and steal one of their ships. And if we get ourselves a Tenkou ship, we should be able to get to the Delphinus. And once we have the Delphinus back, we can take down the Armada. So we heard from the weapon merchant guy that apparently the Tenkou believe that using fists is better than using weapons. So I'm not sure why they're all using swords. These must all be the swords that they stole. Because Xiao Mao did tell us that they had a quest to collect 1,000 swords. So maybe they're just showing off that they got some.
Move! Give me strength!
Right, let's see how much damage Noxus does. Yeah, that's a big juicy chunk of damage from there. Right, so with Noxus we should definitely be able to kill all these guys in 1 turn. As long as we have an extra counter-attack as well. Right, sadly no counter-attack, you all just jump on the guy. There we go, Keeple, whack him on the head with a frying pan.
That was easy.
So we'll have to fight a few packs of a Tenkou here on the way to Dago. We hopefully won't need to rescue Dago though, because if he's anything like Moge says, then he can probably hold his own against the Tenkou. Right, there's a Cham here. We need about 4 more of those for Keeple to evolve now. And then we can finally get a new form. As much as I do love the frying pan, we should really be getting an upgrade so he does more damage. Right, we know the routine, everyone pick a target. Fina, use Noxus. So the Tenkou aren't really that dangerous. All they'll do is buff themselves and heal themselves and use normal attacks.
Prepare yourself.
So as long as if we can kill most of them in a single turn, then they won't be able to heal up. Yeah, so rather than using magic, they're just using potions with the same effect as Increm and Quicker.
Move! Give me strength!
So if the Tenkou are here, then we can probably assume that Zhao and Mao are going to be here as well. So we might have to have a second boss fight with those two. And then we can steal their ship. Yeah, so if they stay alive for too long, they'll start to heal themselves, which is quite annoying. So it's either best to kill all of them at once, or to make sure that you definitely kill at least one per turn, so they can't heal up. But with Noxus, we can definitely kill them. Well, that is unless he's guarding all our attacks, of course. Right, the extra poison damage should hopefully kill him off. Yeah, so in this game, poison is lethal. You know what we could do? Pirate's Wrath, for the hell of it. We're just going to slice him in the face with our whole Wrath. Right, there's no surviving that one.
That was easy.
And we get some more Sacres Crystals. Excellent. So there's no random battles in this area. Each of these fights is mandatory when you reach these platforms. But there's only a few of them. Well, we already know the routine. Everyone pick a target. Noxus. And hope that this time they die in one turn. All we need for that to happen is to have an extra counter attack, or to have a poison. There we go. Now we should all die in one turn.
Moons, give me strength!
So I haven't really used Noxus before now. It is a nice damaging attack, it's just that fire magic tends to be more powerful to deal damage. But since these guys are weak to green magic, we may as well use Noxus. Right, no amount of speed is going to save you from being killed by poison. So like I was saying, poison in this game is lethal. Oh, he's going to be dead anyway, never mind.
An utter victory.
So it's pretty much just up to random chance if an RPG has poison doing lethal damage, or if it takes them to 1 HP and they survive. Since different games have different rules for how they handle poison damage. There's something written here in Yafutoma. It's probably the name of a shrine, if it is a shrine. Right, here we are at the temple. Let's go and see if Dago needs rescuing. Even though if what Moge said is true, he shouldn't need rescuing since he's probably already beaten up Xiao and Mao. Westerners. It appears that we meet again. Oh, not them again. What are you doing here? This is the headquarters of the Tenkou. It was very foolish for you to come here. The time has come.
For you to die.
Right, looks like we got a rematch. Bring it on. Halt. This must be their commander. Xiao, Mao, who's there? Lord Dago. These are the Westerners. They dared to defy us. They came through the Dark Rift. I'm Vise of the Blue Rogues. You're the leader of the Tenkou? Dago? What? He's your brother? This is Prince Dago? Moge, how have you been? I never would have thought that you would bring foreigners to my temple. I never thought I would either, but what are the Tenkou doing here? A long time ago, the twins challenged me to a fight. They wanted my sword, so I beat them senseless. And for some strange reason, they pledged their loyalty to me. I've been their leader ever since. And I figured, as their leader, I could control them a little, so they stopped attacking everyone. Well, you say that, but they attacked us as soon as we got to Yafutoma. Besides, who else do you know that has twin bodyguards? Moge, is he really your brother? It's hard to imagine that the two of you are related. I know he's a prince like Enrique, but it seems that the princes in Yafutoma act differently than the princes in Valua. But what is the purpose of your visit, Moge? Has father changed his mind? Dago, he... What's wrong? Did something happen to him? Kangan, that little runt. How could he backstab our father and hand our country to the Valuans? Dago. Moge, I'm sorry. If I was still there, this never would have happened. When I was exiled, I welcomed the freedom. I disregarded all of my duties and did whatever I wanted here in the temple. But now my people need me. I must go back there and reclaim my title as the Prince of Yafutoma. Vise, I can't thank you enough for saving my sister. Now I must get ready for battle. I will fight against Valua and give Yafutoma back to the people. I would be honoured if you'd fight alongside me. Dago, you're one hell of a man. Of course we're going to do that.
Uh-huh.
Of course we'll help. We share the same enemy. Excellent. We will fight together and reclaim Yafutoma and the Magosphere. So the Blue Rogues and the Tenkou are going to work hand in hand to take down the Armada. This is what I like. Also, Lord Enrique, I heard that you defended my sister from Muraji. My family thanks you for your bravery. I did only what is expected of a gentleman, think nothing of it. And Prince Dago, I know how you feel. I too have been exiled from my lands. I wish to change the views of my country by changing the world around it. And that is why I wish to aid you, from one exiled prince to another. Also, the fleet that you're about to face, the Armada, was sent here by my mother, Empress Theodora. As a Valuan prince, it is my duty to stop them. This is not only your battle, it is mine as well. I understand. I'll gladly accept your aid. Prince Enrique, you are a very noble man, much more noble than I. If a man such as yourself were to be at my sister's side, I would sleep well at night. Well, you don't hold any punches, do you, Dago?
But...
And from the looks of it, the two of you wouldn't mind either.
Hey!
Well, as much as I'm up to enjoy ourselves, we really should take down the Armada, guys. Now then, Rise, I need to prepare for the battle. Meet me at the port. We'll depart for Yafutoma as soon as you're ready. Right, so when we first got here, we were facing the Tenkou, and now we're working alongside them. We're going to go to war together. And before we do that, we're just going to go here and get ourselves a moonfish. And let's examine this area a little bit. The doors are sealed shut. I don't see any way to open them either. That's an ugly looking statue. Is it some sort of Yafutoman god? These must be all the weapons that they've stolen. Can we examine any? Wow, now that's a big sphere. The Tenkou are collecting weapons, so I suppose that's one of their trophies. Well, all these weapons that they've stolen are going to come in handy now, because we're going to use them against the Valuans. We'll teach them for invading Yafutoma. This is our headquarters where our leader, Lord Dago, resides. When preparing for battles, Lord Dago gathers all of the Tenkou here. Just a little while ago, Lord Dago issued an order for all Tenkou to assemble. It smells like a war. The entire Tenkou fleet versus the Armada. This is what I'm talking about. A battle. We haven't had a decent fight in a long time. The Armada, I don't know who they think they are, but they'll learn not to underestimate us. So we weren't able to help defend the other areas that the Armadas attacked, like Nazrat and Ixataka, and even Pirate Isle. But this time we're here, prepared for them. All we need to do is get back to the Delphinus and we can make them pay. Kiki. We, the Tenkou, are citizens of Yafutoma. No matter how long you live away from it, you never forget your love for the country. So we consider Kangan's treason to be a very serious matter. I know you're not even from Yafutoma, but please, we need your help. Yeah, if there's anything that's going to unite the air pirates against a common enemy, it's going to be someone invading their land. We haven't got time to do any piracy when we have to defend people. So let's get on board our ship. So it's time to set out to do battle against the Armada. It's time for war, air pirate style. We'll make them pay for invading Yafutoman lands and stealing our ship. Hey, you can't expect to fight in that ship. Come ride with me on my ship. Diego, you're the man. Let's do this. All ships, prepare for battle. We must take back Yafutoma. Right, so the Delphinus had a hard enough time dealing with just one of these Tenkou ships. A whole fleet of them is definitely going to be able to take on the Armada. Especially if we get the Delphinus back. Our scouts have reported that the Armada and the Yafutoman fleet are patrolling Kazai Lake. Advise, your ship is also patrolling with the Armada. Alright, now it's personal. I understand your frustration. If we can get your ship back, we can win this battle. The Tenkou will attack the Armada from the front and keep them distracted. While they're keeping the Armada busy, I want you to get the Delphinus back. Without the Delphinus, we don't stand a chance. Sounds like a plan. Alright men, get ready. Let's show them what the Tenkou can do. Right, so there's the links, that's Balaja's ship. There's our ship. Who's ever got that is gonna... Okay, who's this? It looks like our pirate friends want some action. Things just got a little more interesting. Of course the guy with a massive cannon on his ship is Vigaro. I'm coming for you, Red. Soon you'll be all mine. Right, who's the jerk who's stolen the Delphinus? The Westerner ship is nice, very nice. I think I'm going to enjoy this. But I never dreamed that I would be able to kill Prince Dago so soon. Now Mogi will be mine for sure, as well as the throne. Right, Muraji, we're going to kick your ass for stealing our ship. How dare you make yourself a captain?
Hey, handsome.
I'm sorry, handsome. I didn't want to have to fight you. But for Valuan and Lord Gaussian, I must. Tenkou ship straight ahead. We're in range of our cannons. Alright everyone, listen up. This is it. If we win this battle, we'll rule the East. Let them feel the power of the Valuan Armada. Fire at will.
Ready, fire!
So the Armada definitely has high firepower, but the Tenkou ships are more maneuverable, so we should still be able to outmatch them. Jeez, that's one massive cannon that Vigaro has. Yeah, it looks like we're losing ships on both sides. We need to get the Delphinus back, and then we can win this battle. So far the battle's even. We're more maneuverable, but we can't seem to break their lines. Vice, keep an eye out for your ship. It's got to be around here somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Alright everyone, be ready for action. When we find the Delphinus, let's take it back, air pirate style. It has been a long time since we last took a ship in air pirate style. How fares the battle? My lord, the Tenkou are swarming all around the Valuans, but the Armada is holding their position. We seem to be at a stalemate. I see. Very well. It's time for us to join the battle and end this, once and for all. So it seems like Kangan is preparing to summon Blueheim, the Blue Gigas. If that thing breaks free, then no one in the world is going to be safe, since that Gigas can fly anywhere. So we have to stop him summoning it, no matter what. We can't seem to break their lines, and our ships are taking serious damage. I don't think we can take that much more of this. I'm going to have to give the signal to retreat. Today, Valuan has won. My lord, a ship fitting the description of Captain Visor's ship is heading our way. What? Are you sure? Yes, my lord. I'm positive it's the Delphinus. Dago, if you can get us close to the Delphinus, we can take it back and win this thing. We're air pirates, remember? We do this stuff all the time. All you have to do is get us close. I see.
We're counting on you, Captain.
Okay, Vige, you got it. Yeah, so it seems like Muraji, his desire to kill Dago has brought him straight into our trap. We're going to have to jump to the deck. What? It's okay. I got you, Fina.
Uh-huh.
Rise, you're a gentleman. I'll be right behind you.
Let's try this.
Okay, Ica, you're much less of a gentleman. I guess they're expecting us. Let's throw these goons off our ship. So the last time we raided a ship like this was right at the start of the game, when we took... Alright, who was it who shot our ship? He's been in charge of our ship for like a few minutes and he's already got it damaged. This guy is going to pay. Right, so for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to attack. No, what we're going to do is going to focus. And then we will Noxus and continue focusing. So if these guys do a counter stance, then they'll be able to survive some AoE damage. So we're just going to do Noxus first to weaken them all, and then we'll do a Rain of Swords, and that should finish them off. I think we can one-shot them all with a Rain of Swords, but if they decide to defend, then we won't be able to.
Over there.
Yeah, the last time that we took a ship like this was right at the start of the game,
Move. Get me
when we
straight.
raided Alfonso's ship and we rescued Fina. For being air pirates, we haven't really done that much actual piracy during the game, to be honest, since the beginning. So it's about time we got to do some more of it. Since after we got the Little Jack and the Delphinus, it was just much more effective to shoot the enemy ships instead of boarding them. Alright, it's time for a Rain of Swords. And you lot just attack people who have a lot of health. Just in case they defend again. Yes, since we already weakened him, despite defending, he still didn't survive that hit.
We did it.
Right, it's time to go and get our ship back. Gee, look at all this damage. You've had the Delphinus for like a few minutes, and no one even saw it until just. How did you get hit this many times? Can we send him a warning? No, sadly we can't talk to him on the talkie tube and warn him that we're going to come up there and kick his ass. Alright, the alarm's going off. Let's get to the bridge. Seriously? Look at all this damage. We never damaged the Delphinus like this, and we've had it for ages. Muraji is such an incompetent captain that he's already basically destroyed the best ship in the entire world. Alright, it looks like they're mixing troops from both Valuan and Yafutoma. Let's see, what should we do? Well, let's just do what we did before. Let's focus, and let's Noxus. So these guys are the Imperial Guard of Beleza. We saw that they were behind her when she docked in Yafutoma.
Move. Give me strength.
Let's see, do we get any poisons? We only poisoned one of them. We're not having very good success chance in poison, sadly, at the moment. Which is annoying because whenever the enemy uses those attacks on us, it always poisons us. Right, even if they guard, a Rain of Swords is definitely going to kill them. So we're just going to defend next turn. Just in case Vise is a little slow. Alright, so now we're going to make our way to the mess room. It looks like the mess hall is locked. It looks like Muraji's locked this door. Whose ship does he think this is, anyway? So we can assume that all of our crew is behind there, being kept prisoner or the like. Because, yeah, for some reason our crew didn't really put up a fight to save the Delphinus. You know, I'm going to blame Lawrence for that one. Lawrence is our helmman. And you would think that the helmsman would get our ship out of the way before it got surrounded by the Valuan Armada, but he must have been on a tea break or something. I probably should have healed before this fight. This could be bad. Oh, let's just focus for now. And you do your Noxus.
Moons, give me strength.
If all we do is normal attacks, then we'll be fine. Hey, we poisoned one of them. Then next turn we're going to throw out another rain of swords. Don't toss a grenade at the girls, you jerk. Also, please don't toss grenades inside our ship. Wait, did you just... You just threw a grenade at your prince. You realise that's your prince, right? The Prince of Valuan, Prince Enrique. You just tossed a grenade at him. What are you guys doing? He's your prince. I know you have the orders to either take him back alive or kill him if necessary. But don't you think you've got more options before you have to kill him? Wow, these guys are jerks. Like, they definitely deserve to die. Let's kill them all right now. Let's also toss out a, where's our Sacrum Crystals? There they are. Just in case one of them goes before Vi's.
Let's try this.
I can't believe that Belez's Imperial Guard is just outright trying to kill Enrique with grenades. Right, they definitely deserve this. Right, we're just going to have to remember after we're done here that we're going to hand this guy over to Vayu and tell him what he did. Let them deal with him.
So bad.
Let's see, we've learned Electrum and Eternes. Excellent. Let's just heal ourselves up again before the next fight. Since we're about to enter the bridge, and we're going to get our ship back. Let's take down this coward. He's such a terrible captain. I can't believe they gave him the Delphinus, of all people. Muraji, we'll be taking back our ship now. Do you think I'm afraid of you? You aren't so tough. Why are you fools just standing there? Get them! You betray those that trust you and needlessly endanger the lives of innocent people, all for your own personal gain. For the honor of Princess Moge, and for the people of Yafutoma, I will strike you down. Face my blade, coward. Man, Enrique is the guy who Alfonso wishes he could be. This is how a true nobleman should act. Alright, so it looks like he's just going to hide behind his guards, so we're going to go take them down first. So we're going to do it the normal way, so we're just going to focus, and Noxus. And then we'll do a Rain of Swords, and then we'll start working on the boss.
Give me strength.
And once he has no guards left, we'll see how much of how brave he really is. We're really not getting that lucky with poisoning, are we, sadly? Wevlum. Okay, that was about 4 or 5 times weaker than the last boss that we faced, who also did a stronger blue magic spell. This guy really should not be categorized as a boss fight. I think giving him the boss fight music is kind of insulting to all the other bosses in the game. Right, it's time for our Rain of Swords. And then Ica, I want you to increm onto Enrique. We're not going to buff Vise this time, we're going to buff Enrique, because Enrique seems to be the guy who wants to take this guy down. So we're going to give Enrique the chance. Really? Sleep effects of his boss? I'm pretty sure that status effects aren't allowed to work on boss fights, but that's how weak this guy is. That means we can also poison him, but sadly Noxus didn't do it. Oh man, that guy's just alive. That's annoying.
Moons, give me strength.
Well, I guess let's throw out another Noxus for good measure. We might also get to poison the boss as well. And he buffs himself instead of his guards. Right, you really are a selfish coward, aren't you? Well, we're going to remove that buff from him. So for the moment, everyone just attack those guys. And Fina, I want you to use Lunar Winds. Keep summons a storm to damage and remove beneficial effects from all enemies. And Enrique, I want you to attack the boss. Quicker. Oh, we're going to remove that as well. I bet if Quicker was a single target spell, he would have also used that on himself and not his guard.
Prepare yourself.
And he's asleep again. It's a pity that Lunar Winds is going to wake him up. Pupil turns into a big boy. If only his frying pan was that big. So Lunar Winds does very little damage, however what it does do is it completely removes buffs. Right, everyone else just guard up for the time being. Ica, you give us Quicker for the hell of it. And Enrique, I want you to do a Royal Blade. And he'll take down this swine. Now give us back our ship.
That was easy.
Yeah, it's one of the easiest boss fights in the entire game. Which kind of makes sense since he is such a coward, he can't exactly fight his own battles, can he? And we get some magic chews and Ryslem. Excellent. Help! I'll give you back your ship. Just spare my life. Please let me live. You're too pitiful for me to run through. I'll spare you, but you'll pay for all of your treachery. Enrique is a true gentleman. So now we got the Delphinus back, we can take down the Armada and save Yafutoma and the Tenkou.